All right. All right. I feel like I split hairs on my last video. I did this video where it was pretty much a reaction to another content creator's commentary that I felt it was misandrist, regarding Tiger Woods and his current situation with his former girlfriend who's trying to extort $30 million off of him, you know, because he evicted her from his mansion. And she claimed she was forced to sign a non-disclosure agreement. All right, she claimed she was forced to sign it and shit. I look at the woman, I look at her, what she looks like and everything, and I know that Tiger Woods has been around. Even one of his past conquests includes a porn star named Jocelyn Jane, I think, or something Jane. Don't quote me on that, okay? But like that porn star looked like a million years better than this female, and she was way older than the female when she was hooking up with Tiger Woods. And when I look at Tiger, he's like receding hairline, his big doorknob head and shit. I just laughed my motherfucking ass off because none of this shit had to go down this way. Even though we know that when you're like in the public eye, especially a straight black man of means, and this guy's a billionaire, they're coming for you. They want to whittle down your fortune. They want to take your money. They don't want you to have any like generational wealth. But this guy is worth $1 billion and climbing. All right, and he already got hit for half of that. Earlier, like 12 years ago, he got busted cheating on his wife that he had two kids with, who was a former nanny. You see a theme here. You know, his wife who he had kids with was a nanny or something. She was a nanny, and he banged her. And a lot of women tried to do the pile on thing. They've been doing it ever since Bill Cosby. They've been doing this whole. Well, actually, Tiger Woods started that shit because that's when a lot of bitches was coming out the woodwork. Like even like an 18-year-old was like, "Oh, I'll fuck Tiger Woods too." It's like it's so disgusting. It's disgusting. It makes me sick. It's nasty. It's a part of. I just I don't know how to feel about it and shit. When I hear the first thing I want to do when I hear these accusations, I want to see who it is. And now these women are just using inappropriate laws to shield themselves from public scrutiny and shit. The R Shield law and everything, where they could just make a Jane Doe accusation and not be seen. And I think it's total bullshit. All right, so I'm gonna talk about Tiger Woods in this situation and shit. Okay, what Tiger Woods should have done when he first got busted cheating on his fucking wife. He shouldn't even have came home. Okay, he shouldn't have fucking came home. He should have drove away and went to a hotel, probably in another state, and called his attorney and had his attorney call his wife and communicate with his wife and shit and do maybe a Zoom call or something. If they had it back then, do some kind of meetup. Where they hash it out in a controlled environment. And then when the media start clamping on that shit, he should have immediately had a press conference and downplayed and rug swept it. He should have negged and gaslighted the entire plan and say, "Oh, me and my wife were having difficulties, and we're just gonna we're gonna move in different directions, and everything's gonna be okay." Sometimes people just drift apart and shit. Prior to having this press conference, he should have just gave the woman what she wanted, the whole half, and she had to sign like 5 million fucking non-disclosure agreements and just killed the shit. And of course, TMZ and fucking the National Enquirer, whoever the fuck else, the Sun or whatever, would have still been digging it up, but he would have rug swept it and shit. I actually had a back and forth with a sometimes mildly racist coworker of mine back in the day, and I just asked him what the fuck, he was talking about how Tiger Woods had let down the public, and he was a role model, and I said, what does his personal life have to do with his fucking job of hitting a golf ball? What does him fucking have to do with? And the guy didn't have no good answer. Shit, and I listed off, he ran away. Let's put it that way. He always ran away. I miss you, homeboy. I miss sparring with my racist coworker verbally and destroying him every time. It was the stuff of sitcoms. I'll tell you that much. So yeah, I want to comment on this shit. Okay, I know you thought that was my commentary, but this, when I look at this current female that's trying to get $30 million off Tiger Woods and shit after he evicted her from his mansion because conclusion of their inappropriate relationship, and I do say inappropriate because she was in his employ when he initiated a sexual relationship and preceded by a non-disclosure a non-disclosure at some point, an ironclad one. So she can't really. There's not too much she can say, but she can at least acknowledge they've been seen in public together, and she's been seen almost glued to the motherfucker. I hate it. She's a bottom shelf. She don't look like nothing. All right, and I just love when I look at that. I just like Tiger Woods is like the biggest simp in the biggest simp, especially since I saw the porn star that he was fucking, and that bitch. Well, she looks kind of fucked up now. She's like a big plastic doll. But like when I saw the other porn star that he was fucking, and then I look at this chick, he's fucking down. All right, after all the bad press and everything that he's gotten, Tiger Woods, his only real option would be to be like a sugar daddy. Okay, he's not going to have any substantial relationship. The women are going to be coming for the bag no matter what. They're going to be coming for the bag, man. So you need to establish a sugar daddy relationship with at least 2 or 3 attorneys, and get her into a ironclad prenup and a wage for her time. Okay, and keep it a buck. Don't allow her to say anything about you or post about you on social media. And keep it a buck. You can go out and do things with her and whatever, but at least get somebody that look like something. You get a lot of these guys. They have like hey, I kind of feel like his own arrogance put him in this situation because, like, I remember a lot of others, motherfuckers like brothers that fucked up and shit. They fucked up big time. And I hate to bring this up, but like when Kobe Bryant got into his situation, and then you got to see who it was, you were just like, what the fuck was he thinking? He was like, hey man, I'm finna go to bed. I could just get some ass and fuck it, man. And he got in a big situation. Everybody's still, using that to drag his name, his legacy in the mud today. But we don't allow it because we're real men and shit. We know that has nothing. His personal life has nothing to do with what he did on court and shit. And they look the other way in their community, in the minority majority community. They look the other way all the time. I'm not even going to list the number of SA assaults and wife beatings and all kind of shit that white guys, greats of the sports world have done. Okay, I'm not even going to list that shit. You just got, always look at these fucking, they always coming up with these dowdy, shitty looking women, Now you say, old boy's dead now. But Robert Blake, if you've seen the chick that he had a kid with, and I feel that he was guilty of killing that woman. I know he was guilty. He laughed his ass off when he got away with it. He's dead now. And he killed the mother of his child. And his child left as she inherited what's left of his fortune, his estate. As she should. Usually you're going to hear this kind of commentary from some woman's point of view, making the guy out, the brother, to be like this dirty dog and all this shit. I say, fuck it, what kind of life are you going to have as a single dad, a billionaire, and whose wife has already hit you for like half of that, early in your career? He's rebuilt that wealth. Okay, he's $1.8 or $7 billion, And I have to say that number and shit, okay? Because you have to understand where that makes you, where that places you in the world, as far as interpersonal relationships. What kind of woman is he going to hook up with that's on his level? No woman, okay? Unless he gets with a Harris or something. And you seen some of them, like Abigail Disney or somebody, Who's he going to hook up with? That's not going to be on the take. So, what can I say, man? This motherfucker need to be, he needs to just be a sugar daddy, man. And just pay that bitch a wage. A lot of women, they will keep, a good portion of women will keep their mouth clamped shut as long as you paper them down and shit. And just put limits on it. I think guys like this should, paper bitches up, treat them like like a sports team owner. You could just be like a sports team owner and give the bitch a contract for like a couple of months or whatever. To a year or two, depending on how it goes, and renegotiate. And then she can move on. You can just, hey, bitch, I'm gonna phase you out, but look, hey, take my boy right here. He's a billionaire. Why don't you go over there? I'll trade you to his team and shit. I say, fuck it, man. It's not our fault. It's not our fault, that we're visual creatures. But when you're on that financial echelon and shit, what the fuck are you gonna do? What kind of woman are you going to meet? You know, an actress or something, or somebody in the music industry? You know what kind of problems that brings and shit? There's tons of women out there when you're a billionaire, a certified billionaire, especially after having a divorce and losing half of your fortune over 10 years ago and then rebuilding the shit. Now, how gun shy you think the guy's going to be? You got to know that the woman's on the take. And you can't spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder. So you get her in an ironclad contract. And you tell her, you know, hey, look, motherfucker, while you're having that sugar daddy relationship, you can just put her on and say, hey, you talk to this financial advisor and, you know, he'll help you out with your bag. Just don't talk about me or it's all over. You're out. When I see you talking to anybody, it's out. I see any Instagram posts, it's out. You're gone. You're fired. All right? And you can't talk about it and make sure that NDA discloses before, during, and after the relationship. So she can't talk about you in perpetuity or you come forward with the big guns. All right? So I can really say, you know, Tiger Woods is a big, you know, retarded looking, you know, simp. Now, I'm just saying that because of that fucked up hairline and shit. And I think it's, you know, I would tell him to shave it off, but it'd probably look worse. You know, he doesn't claim, you know, the black community anyway. He says he's a Camlasian and shit. And I'm cool with that. I approve that message and shit for Tiger Woods' big doorknob head ass. I don't want anybody thinking brothers actually look like that. You know, come out with, you know, weird looking head like the inbred Jed head like he has. Got a shitload of money, bro. You want to fuck it off with your little penis and shit. That's your business, okay? But you know, since I'm here, you know, I decided I'd make a video for the Kings and shit. That was a little bit different. Anyway, you know how to do it and shit around here, right? SYSBM equals save yourself, black man.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.